We'll do that maybe at some other point. It has been a fun ride. I'm glad you've been along with it. So let's start. Oh, hello, Alice. Ooh. How you doing, Alice? Very intelligent, very bad with people. Those interesting facts come up with interesting ideas. I'm doing good. We finished Paradise Killer, and now we are on to Disco Elysium. Sensitive, physical. Well, you move your body. Well, your body is built. Power to influence yourself and others. Capacity to reason. Let's try creating our own characters. Yeah. Oh, very nice. Ooh, that does sound fun. We're good at that. Average. So we're not super genius. Okay, let me put it back to what it was. Okay, let's go with that. Okay. Signature skills. Oh, what do I do here? Rhetoric, encyclopedia, logic, drama, conceptualization, visual calculus. Interesting. Yeah. How do I unset? Huh. I have no idea what this is doing. Okay, so it's an... How do I unselect it, though? I have to be able to, right? Why can't I? Why am I being trapped? Oh, I can just switch it. Okay. Charm men and women. Play the puppet master. Connect to station 41. Understand cop culture. Ew. Intimidate the public. Assert yourself. Understand others. Work your mirror neurons. Hunches and gut feelings. Dreams and waking life. So together, keep your morale up. Take the blows. Shrug off the pain. Flex powerful muscles. Go to Party Planet. Raise the hair on your neck. Let the body take control. Threaten people. Straighten your back. Interfacing. Sneak under their noses. We probably want to go with one of these. This is interesting. Well, I think I am quite charming, so let's go with suggestion. I'm sure I'm doing quite the bad build. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Disco Elysium. And if it will load, we will see those things. The Furies are at home in the mirror, it is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Begin.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
I'm liking this guy's voice. How's the volume, by the way?
Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, baby.
Bye. Simply keep on non-existent.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What was it about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic source. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
The meat thing? Oh no. No, by the X thing.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness.
Yeah, that's what I was
foolish
thinking.
of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the
There you go.
damage you've
Is that a little bit
suffered to
better?
get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Tell me what's waiting for me. I succeeded. Yay. Oh.
There's this giant ball there. An evil ape. An evil ape
So true.
juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's
So
basically
true.
all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
What's this duking it out I keep hearing about? What's that?
Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean drowned?
You lost.
Open your eyes. Ah. Looking good. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. This real tape is still on, rolling empty. Let's go take a bath. See bottles in the bathtub. Wine, beer, and sweet liquors. That's not great. Hold tab to highlight. Take all? How do I... Let's look in the mirror.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man.
The outline of a man.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Let's wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Maybe you should touch it first. Make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
What's wrong?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
I'm sorry. At least my tongue is okay.
It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Lovely. I'm sorry.
It's not. It's swollen and... Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
Wipe the mirror.
Behold.
Hey, we're looking good. What's up, my man? The voice actors are very
You
good.
have no idea who this thing is, do you?
This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I have no idea why it's there.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
It's an expression of pain.
You are correct.
You are correct. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. Attempt to stop the expression from happening.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Let's try to stop it.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Let the mirror be for now. It suffered enough from me. Get your pants on. There you go.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Hey. Magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Wait, I can level up? Oh no. We're looking more like a person now. That's good at least, right? We're getting there. Disco ass blazer. What is that? Oh, that's a broken window, huh? Boy, we must have had a rough
The
night.
window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Assess the damage.
What do you mean, assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
Oh, I failed that? I can't believe I failed that.
The morning light hurts your eyes.
Uh,
It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Rip. What is this? Green shoe. We got one shoe. Hello. We have finished. Oh, what the fuck? We finished Paradise Killer, and now we're on to.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan.
And now we're
The
doing
other
Disco
in a light
Elysium,
bulb.
which is
A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the
very
ends.
interesting. I'm gonna up the volume for you guys a little bit more, even. How's that there? And I'm gonna up the volume for myself as well.
Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Still do. Okay, there we go. +3 because the fan is turned off.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this?
My God, I haven't
Diffuse
succeeded a check at
Doom
all.
comes over you.
Doom comes over you. Grab your
This
chest.
is bad.
Oh, I took one
Feels
damn.
like sharp stones
Ah,
grinding on your
fuck.
chest and keeping you from moving for quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying.
Yeah.
Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying.
Fun. So, no tie.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. Or has it been consigned there as punishment?
Where's my other shoe? What's this door go to? But welcome in, Cake. How's your day been? Do I have to use the... Never mind. I guess I have to go out this way, huh? Don't tell me he's gonna close the door. He is. Oh no, out into the world. How terrible. The year is 51, it's March.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Turn your bloated face away and just keep walking. We're not doing great. Gotta say. We're not doing very good. We're missing a shoe, I think. We are indeed. We have one shoe. We're doing a little rough. There's something on the table. Go over there. Get over there. Money. Money gained. No. Okay, good. I can interrupt it. Huh. 8/17, day 1. And I have 40 something or others. Rivashol. Rivashol is pronounced that way. Oranje is pronounced that way. Klasie is pronounced Klasie. Klasie. Boy, this game just wants to keep crashing on me, huh? That's... not a good sign, I gotta say. Every time it loads, it wants to take a bit of a nap. Like, man, me too. You can't... Oh, there's my other shoe. How'd you get out here, buddy? Oh, through the window, eh? We are all shoed up. Don't have a hat, but we do have shoes. 2 shoes. Shoes? 2 of them. 2 of them shoes. Shooby doo boo 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 boo. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Wait. Let's go to options. Maybe I can turn something down. Environment FX. Let's turn that to low. Okay. Whoa. Shader quality is modest. I think that's the lowest as well. Yeah. Okay. That should have helped a little bit, I think. At least. Hopefully helps it load quick. Yep, there we go. Well, we'd already been here as well, so maybe that helped it load a little bit better. Get over there. Go. Boy, we are just not having a good day, huh? What is this here? You get an edition of the satirical newspaper, Trompe le Monde. Heh. Heh. Ooh, hee. Ooh. Okay, yeah, this seems to be... we'll see. Okay, yeah, it loaded much faster that time. This game seems very quiet. What's this over here? This is where lyrics would be. What? Why is there a door over? Why is there a door? Huh? Oh, that's a speaker. Perhaps a bit of a dumbass. Just a little bit. I think this guy wanted to talk to me or something. Focused on him. What's up, buddy?
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Oh, I don't like that.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
His grip is firm.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative.
Invent a name for yourself. Let's go.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It's not time yet.
Okay then.
He processes the information, then disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
No.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I haven't done jack shit.
We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
I would
This is
assume
the
so.
first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
I think I would have preferred the body to not have been in the tree in the first place, but I understand.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Can you
I
be so
was
sure I'm
sent
from
here
the
to meet a
police?
detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
He points to your jacket.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
You said insignia. These white rectangles, you mean?
Yes,
But they're just white
they're
rectangles.
not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
But shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It's not on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
What if I told you I'm not really a police officer?
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a
No, I
police
don't mean
officer,
like-
I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
I don't mean like I'm having an existential crisis about my job. I mean I don't know jack shit.
But first, we have to take it down.
Let's go, I guess.
After you, officer.
Let's interview cafeteria manager, inspect the body. Okay.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Yay. Who's this lady?
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns to you with a smile.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no sweetie, look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
You know what? Thanks, I appreciate it.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am, or what I'm doing, or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movement with some concern.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You
Takes a
know
moment to
where we
process.
are, right?
The Whirling in Rags cafeteria? It was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
See, I have no idea.
We're in the city of Revachol, dear.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What type of place is it?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's the spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Yay.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
There's no government. How come there are cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
Huh.
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
That's fair.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
So how did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things.
Oh,
History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
That's not good.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
Oops.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
I'm worried.
She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
Fair enough.
A
This
defeat,
is revolution
I'm
you
afraid.
mentioned.
The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What does that have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
The lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though
You
I
seem
don't
to
know
be in a
where you
chair.
would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
What is this? You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
Okay.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
I'm sorry, it was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, riddling backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. What?
Sequence killers? Oh my. But
She
I think you
sounds
already
impressed.
have a partner, sweetie.
This is true.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
You're probably right, Kim.
It seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady. Of
That makes
course,
sense.
dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. Well, we're trying. We're trying to be a person again. We're getting there. Boy, we are not having a good time of it, though.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant. Could he be irritated with you? He avoids eye contact altogether, like you're not even there.
Mr. Gart, right? You
The
run
lieutenant
this place.
glances into his little notebook. You run this place?
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. I'm currently in between names.
Fantastic.
It's like when you left your band, but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet.
That's wonderful, really. I think so. But there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
He takes a step back.
For a moment, the man fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm. I have everything. You?
Do you mean I have questions?
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
The cafeteria manager is clearly agitated again. What's your problem with me?
Why would I have a problem with you? You're a hero cop.
You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Oh god, I did all those things?
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
What have I been doing then? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I just got here, remember? Was there anything else?
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Why did Sylvia go away?
She went away because none of your business.
Fine.
Extra fine.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This is clearly a touchy subject for him.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get over it.
Get over it.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big
I
enough
know,
for the
he's a great guy,
Franco-Nigerian
isn't he?
cavalry to fit through.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
That's all.
Let's go.
Hey, I gained experience. Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Let's try to slip away unnoticed. What?
One moment you're running like the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands.
Why did I do this? Why did I have to use both my hands to flip him off? Why both? The lady in the wheelchair is right behind me, isn't she?
That's true, yes, and it's worrying. But let's not fixate on it. Look at that stupid bartender instead. He has no idea what's going on. You and your fuck you fingers floating in the air. Barkeep's got his mouth agape like an idiot. You showed him.
Why did I do this?
Watch out!
Stupid. Oh my god. What the fuck is our problem?
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon.
This did not need to happen. I gave no such commands to my body.
Those are mysteries of the spinal cord. The spinal cord
What is
has
this
yet to
game?
reveal itself to you. Its mysteries are unholy mysteries.
I don't know. That just comes off as a lazy attempt at reconceptualizing the antics of a shambling drunk.
If it comes off like that, it's because it is. And you are.
Thanks.
How's it going out there? Are the tiny apes screaming about money yet?
I'm doing fine.
It doesn't look so, sweetie. Are you okay?
The old woman appears out of the blackness. What the fuck?
No.
No, you have sustained trauma to your lower neck.
In addition, you have
Oh.
strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
Now, are you okay?
The chair took the brunt of it. Don't worry.
That's good.
Are
at
you
least.
sure, ma'am?
Yes. Check on him.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place.
The man seems shaken by the incident.
The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Don't thank me yet. You still owe me 100 real. If you
Real.
don't have it by tonight, I just can't let you up there.
Points upstairs toward your room.
And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
Good luck with that. Oh my god, what is this game? I'm loving it. Freaking yeeted ourselves in an old lady because we were flipping off the bartender. Hey, how you doing? Oh, it autosaves. It's auto-saved. Oh,
Yes?
I think you should know I can't remember anything. I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
No, I don't. Glasses are cool, I guess.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
This is true.
You could use a good, normal pair yourself.
You don't look like other people around here?
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side.
He shakes
It's
his
not
head.
an interesting topic.
What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul. Yeah, it's
You're
really
barking
interesting.
at the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière.
He seems almost proud of these things. Tell me to be secret about yourself.
No.
No. Ask again.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing
No.
them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
His eyebrow is too powerful.
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
So what can I do about it?
Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
Silently scream for help.
If the lieutenant were an evil man, who knows what sort of havoc he could wreak. Fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM. He'll only use his powers for the good of the investigation. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Do you ever talk to with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you have like conversations with like your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
Get it? You're one of those old school detectives.
So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums. His is written. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Ah, great. That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
This is my notebook. Oh yeah, I need to report my badge missing. Get a reality lowdown. I need to get money. Money. Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
We're from different precincts. Why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a
He considers this
pissing
phrasing.
competition.
Pissing competition. Fun.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
What do you mean? Alright.
Don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
I don't know I don't remember being in on anything.
That's good.
Tell me about it.
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Okay.
Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
And yeah, Kev, see you soon. Hope food good.
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Oh, why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Okay, so the case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy?
There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was
Are you sure there's not some sex angle we should be considering?
Good point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder rites. We'll get on it immediately.
The wary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
It doesn't have to be murder, it can just be sex.
Actually, it does have to be murder. This is a murder investigation, but we digress.
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even.
What is this game?
He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit, then hit him with it.
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
I know literally nothing about it, only what you told me before.
Do you want me to brief you?
Brief, yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
4 days?
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Let me make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer?
That's right.
I have all I need for now.
Good.
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
Nothing, just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets
Oeuvre.
bringing it up.
Nothing. Okay, back we go, I guess. Oh. Have to go out this way, I guess. Short on money? Equip a plastic bag, collect bottles, and sell them at Fruité. Interesting. That is one way to make money, I suppose. What is this over here? Oh, ma'am, are you up? Okay, she's just chilling. The street sign reads, "Fuck the police."
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She doesn't understand.
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Okay, never mind.
She shifts in her seat awkwardly.
We need directions.
Of course. Where to?
I'm looking for a dead body.
Oh, that's
She
right
points
there.
north.
In the yard.
Thank you.
She's relieved someone has come for it. Finally.
I think that's all for now. I don't...
No problem.
Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Cool, what are you doing here?
I am working.
Working on what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there.
She gestures over her shoulder.
I've been trying to get some work done.
Good luck.
There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence.
But...
Well, as you already know, there's a corpse there, hanging from a tree. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale. Of course. I won't hold you back.
She wipes her brow with the canary yellow glove.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Let's go. We got some gloves. Pog. Should retire? Take gardening up his gardening as a hobby? It's worth a thought. Oh. Okay. Is it this way? Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Let's go this way. I guess around the back. Oh, that is a hole, huh? That do be a hole. Kid, what are you doing? There's a dead body there. What are you doing, kid? Stop throwing rocks at the dead body.
Kuno's got this.
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's
Damn.
almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno.
Yells the other kid behind the fence. Hey kid, a word, police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno. Ride the lightning, Kuno.
Right the lightning, Kuno.
Kuno's riding it, see?
He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock flying.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno. The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
What should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
You good siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
What is this guy? He throws another rock.
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each
Look, I have questions for you.
All right, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
So you refer to yourself in the third person?
The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
He looks slightly confused, but proud he came up with that retort. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Rape!
What? The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
I'm just going to leave.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Don't listen. Just go.
Just go. Kid's ladder is rickety, but it's still climbable. Someone's trying to go herbs in this guard hut. As for kids, I wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Huh. Are we gonna try to talk to the dead body? What the hell?
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Oof.
You seem to be holding your breath.
Oh, I didn't mean to turn away.
The corpse looks at you. You seem to be holding
Look
your breath.
down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Go over your nose without throwing up. We're not gonna...
As you
What?
breathe in, the odor comes out. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty.
Oh my
With your
god.
hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped of.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor
Ceramic
exactly?
plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
What's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
Understood.
The Sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
Material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
Draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much we talking?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
That's a lot, I take it.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
It's like pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Your finger over the lines.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Looks like there's some serial number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
Tips the drying ballpoint of his pen on his tongue.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Pulled a bit off.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Better not even try.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like, I can't come up with anything other than harbor.
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
They sure wanted him to stay there. Polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbets for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
They even get him up there.
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Points to the buckle tying the belt above the branch. They climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Makes a pulling motion. We've been looking at a dead body. Kids were little shits. Assuming dock workers from the harbor did it?
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
feel like it was something else.
Yes, it often is. This bed worries me.
We're just
The
having
cadaver
fun looking
hangs
at a
from the
corpse.
cargo belt,
Wahoo.
limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Inspect the tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars,
What will mine be marked by?
alcohol, and heartbreak.
Is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
Sun ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Produces two metal-capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then,
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Interesting.
In case we need it.
Shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, color perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
Hands you a piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Fun.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Let's look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
What food did you get, Kev?
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Subway, nice.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like a shark.
Squint and take a step back. Oh,
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green
That's so
in the
nice.
cold spring air.
Hope we're good. Squinting Kim. Why am I doing it?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
Hands, face and hands are pink. Thighs too. The rest is greenish.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
Relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too.
So, what do you think?
I think he is dead. He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Oh.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot. It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I love ya. Don't know what to think. What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck.
Points to the fattened chin.
The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Could it still be he was moved after death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Something is coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet.
Lovely.
Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he saying?
Talking about shit.
Got lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
I think he's dead.
I agree.
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently. His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Deady dead, dead, dead.
Dabadoob doob dead.
What the fuck? He says without a hint of melody. Not one muscle in his face moves.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils.
What the
He
hell is
slowly
this game?
rotates before you, decomposing.
Spin! How do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Step back and have another look first.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso covered in
Yeah, the
tattoo.
preliminary examination's done. Let's get him down.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
We could shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Just shoot the belt? The bullet will break it?
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work.
Oh,
It will maybe
fuck.
cut one thread loose.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
Don't miss! The pig's...
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
Don't. That is a bad idea. Over.
What else can we do?
We can ask for help from the harbor?
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Yeah, let's reconsider.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Can't someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
You have a point there.
Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now, doing the exact same thing we are. Are we in a rush to help them? Not with this on our hands.
He covers his nose.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Okay, shoot him down.
He breathes out heavily.
Oh yeah, do this shit! Fuck it up!
Wait, let me try.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice.
Take the
what
shot,
you said.
Lieutenant. What's the worst that could happen?
I'll blow his head off.
Take it! Take the shot!
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Easy does it, partner.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
he feels bad about his eyes mostly, just having bad eyesight, probably from a young age.
Oops.
Whatever you do, do not console him.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised.
Looks around the windows overlooking the yard.
Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
I can try to shoot him down myself.
It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
I need your gun for this.
They only have one gun!
Oops.
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
That's one more gun than you punks have.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
I told you I didn't have my badge or uniform on me while I cooked up. I didn't have my gun either.
That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
I'll try my best.
We're not off to a good start. This missing gun business is making your hand tremble.
Take the gun.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
Feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Point the gun at the belt.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, slick with the falling rain. The corpse slowly rotates.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Do it! Set me free!
My god.
You feel as though it would be dangerous to set this creature free to roam about the cosmos.
Don't.
I know.
Do it!
Composure. Point the gun at the bell.
Intense shit, copper.
Fucker waved his gun. It wasn't intense, it was pathetic.
Oh, I responded to, let's give the gun back. Whatever.
The lieutenant takes the gun carefully from you and holsters it. His eyes are narrow and he
Don't worry
doesn't
about it. We
comment
didn't just
on
threaten
your
a kid. Don't worry
antics.
about it.
Fucking pussy didn't shoot shit, did he? Didn't shoot me. Didn't shoot himself in the mouth.
Didn't shoot me. There is sincere disappointment on her face. This kid was expecting pandemonium and release from her mortal coil.
What about the body?
We need to access the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have men.
Okay. Let's leave these... What is that? Huh? Oh, autosave. I got a skill point from something. There we go. The pissing competition. Oh boy, we got a lot to get done, huh? Never ended up using those gloves. What a shitty bunch of kids. Letter R wears a crown. On a ribbon below, the light above descending. A light above descending. Huh, okay. So now I need to go down to the docks. Or the Union something or other. Get them to actually get it down.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Empty card, what is this?
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Interesting.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. Wahoo!
This Post Lavatorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
I feel your mail collection box.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder.
What the
Then-
fuck? What? The hell is this game? Keep asking that, I'm not getting any answers. Book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. Cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. Book about pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. Book about boyadero culture, promotes freedom and roaming upstream. So it is a unique game. Book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology.
Yes?
Nothing. Can't talk to the kid? Book appears to be erotic, but without actual erotica. What? That is a child. That is a person.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this anyways?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Don't be ridiculous. I know all these things.
You're fooling nobody.
I said I know all these things and I do, goddammit.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
Ask you some questions.
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold red-end cheek and continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Those famous people sound like a bunch of dorks.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful. but
Never mind,
she
I
doesn't say
literally had
anything.
nothing else to say.
Okay.
What's this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
I need to know what crime is. What is crime? When somebody want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Well, what does a cop look like then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
You know, but nobody actually looks like that guy. It's just a stupid fantasy of a man.
She looks at Dick Mullen, frowning. Dark, arrogant, violent, likely overcompensating for something. He isn't even drawn right.
He isn't even drawn right. Isn't even drawn right. This is not how human shoulders work. The perspective is all wrong.
She examines the picture, trying to find whatever is wrong with it. She then shrugs.
I can't believe we're getting into an argument with this girl.
Unconvinced.
Sure you can,
There's no way to
sir.
cop. I can do
He's
it
just
way
a
better than
fictional
Dick
character.
Mullen.
He'll be no match for you. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
I'm not going to do something now.
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
Uh-huh. Smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
About a poor man getting a rich lady.
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
If it's written really well.
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination. Only it's really long and drawn out, scarred for life. Phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
Doesn't ring a bell? Alright, I'll ask her mom.
Yes, she knows books, definitely.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain? You clearly have issues you need to address.
Oh yeah, I do for sure.
Later, when you get the chance, you should address these issues by getting drunk. That'll show them.
Of course.
Maybe some about other books?
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside, minding the register, or organising the stock.
Girl gazes at the window, suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as remembers efforts of recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling.
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. Let's go. Stretchy stretch. Cold. Can I help you in some way?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
She doesn't know what else to say.
What could you do to help her anyway?
It's a good trooper you are. Already learning the value of hard work. Pat her head.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
She smiles and stands upright like a little soldier. Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school anyway?
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
Isn't going to school more important than this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both, because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Ooh, cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed. Ooh. In what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Ass up.
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
Sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look through the creaking boards on the window.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Okay.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about different types of books.
But Kim, the plasmic manifestations.
No such thing.
Oh. Boo.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Enough about the curse for
Maybe
now.
I can tell you about some of our books instead.
Let's try to deduce. Oh! You've got an above a 50% chance. Let's go!
The
Woo!
girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks wary.
She knows where this is going.
Actually, I'd rather not deduce anything. Every time I deduce, people got hurt. Don't need to be worried. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, the
Ah,
nails frayed.
I
nearly
used to
chewed
do
down
that
to the
something.
flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
She shoots you a suspicious glance. Yes.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Come on, I had a 50% chance on it. Her eyes flashed with defiance. She's not impressed.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
One more? I bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in town.
It was okay, sir.
She's still got a rebellious streak.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You think so? Fine, do better. Deduce something about me.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back quickly.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
I am also sad and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
She looks at you, a gleam of sympathy on her face.
There she stands, swaying on her feet.
Hey, I got
Assaulted
experience
by the
from
early
that.
spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
You're missing her. Why does this feel familiar?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Hang on, so you know me? We've met before.
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time.
She sways back and forth on her feet.
You've been running around all week, sir. Sometimes without your shirt on. Asking people questions.
Why?
I
What
haven't
is
really
wrong
understood
with
what
us?
about.
Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Thanks. I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all.
Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You
Gurning?
were probably gurning too.
Garnin.
Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics?
Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
So why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
Thanks. I've learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Okay, see you around, Annette. This game is weird. I love it. More games need to be weird. It's weird in a way that reminds me of the Elysium files.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
A fork in a world of soup.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Shouldn't I ask what the game is first? What game it is first?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Better observe them first.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
Throws a metal ball towards a smaller wooden ball in the sand, missing it by a meter.
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
Tries to measure the throw.
I hope you pass out from it, you goddamn jellyfish. Men
Goddamn
like you are the reason
jellyfish.
this nation is sinking.
Standing tall and proud, he looks at his partner with disgust.
Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn game already.
Wait, what team?
Doesn't matter what team. Pick any team. Any team. The blue team. You're letting them down. Get in the game and throw the goddamn ball.
Why are you so mean to me?
Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Dinky Winky. Fuck it. Huh? I think that was a green. Oh, whoa, wait, whoa, whoa.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern.
What is happening?
Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
The man ball.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
It's time for a last glance inward. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
The inertia can no longer can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go, be the bullet.
Merde! Bordel de merde! What the hell is your problem?
Oops. Not weak right triceps, that's for sure.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
I'm sensing anger, and I don't understand why.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
I thought it was shot put.
Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding,
What the
isn't
fuck?
it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Okay, I'll try to fix this.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
You know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of Whirling in Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
You don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
You seem to be playing a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
You know what caused it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
These communards again.
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs.
What?
We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
I'm not saying that last one. Show them here in Martinez.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Deathblow sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
The coalition?
Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
That explains all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There's a strange gleam in his eyes.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding them.
Oh dear.
What do you think?
I try not to think.
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I don't think. I just do.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure.
I'm gonna go grab another energy drink. I'm getting a little sleepy. I'll be right back. Hi, little man. How are you, little guy? Oh, you are the cutest. Here, come on up on the bed. What? So cute. Such a cute puppy. Mr. Milkshake.
Instead,
Ah,
all that
and he
is
shook
just
water all over me.
holy and beautiful in the world was wiped away,
Thanks,
and
little
now
man.
it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Besides,
This is just what the gummies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
exactly as a suzerain.
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? Have they forgotten already? It's no use talking to you. I was still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Thank you for your time. You did not help me very much. You're the angriest man I know. Jeez. Does seem very angry. Coin app reviewer has been banged up. In Opera Bill. Broken window? Tibbs has windows. Yeah. You had a bag in your hand. Perhaps you could collect these bottles and share them. Let's go talk to those union guys about getting that body down, hopefully. Because we can't do it. I hummed and it made my nose itch. I'm not a fan of that. I forgot to put on my Twitter again that I'm live. Whatever. I don't think anybody looks at it, but I might as well do that. Hi. Ah, thanks.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
Fun.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth.
Yeah, I get you. Me
blood type,
too.
The last time I was tested for Hep C.
Yeah, when were you last tested?
Had a battery of tests just last week. I'm practically a patchwork of interesting critters. Kinda like a manowar.
Yeah, I don't know if it helps any. If I even do the Twitter thing, but it's fine. Ooh, hee ha hoo. I know. Yeah. I've been going for 5.5 hours.
She's grown frustrated with her work and welcomes the opportunity to challenge authority in other ways.
Know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Thanks.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
Yeah, sounds like it.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
The
Keep
lieutenant
looking off to the
furrows
side.
his
What are you
brow
looking at?
at another one of your eccentricisms.
What? Huh? That's not what... You said something different than what... She nods disdainfully towards the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an
Jeez.
eye on her.
I'm tired too. Ugh, who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Showing her
Oh,
off
getting a bit
is only
wacky is my
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to us on.
What are you doing on the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
You don't know what to write.
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mono is here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
Yeah, that make it.
She wants it to be something true and total.
So committed to defacing the building.
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
So true.
I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
Oh, it's okay though, man. I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come
milkshake.
to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
We've lessened the desire. Now she doesn't want to do it as much. We reverse psychologized her.
Watch your back, Ungulate. You've got
Ungulate.
eyes on you.
I'll try to make it to at least 6 hours, so a little bit longer. This game is very interesting, as I've said. I'm enjoying its interests. Milkshake, you're so little guy. Time to throw some wacky questions at her.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good morning, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
RCM? What is that? I'm a little foggy here.
I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia, the police.
Joyce L., what does the L stand for?
Baton, my maiden name.
Bony hand dangles from the sleeve of her oversized raincoat. Don't shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
The woman and the lieutenant exchange a brief handshake.
She is unfazed by your rudeness.
Dang.
Probably chalking it up to local custom.
Curses.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
I can't.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
She's having a good time arguing against the law. Too good, perhaps.
Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19, because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
What the fuck?
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with...
Yeah, don't you like it?
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet?
Oh.
He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
You have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
Can I see your license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
What happened the other time?
The other time, I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent work matter, much like the one I'm on now.
Still need to see a license, ma'am.
Actually, you don't.
Pretty sure I do. I police.
It is a little known fact among those who police that the Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license.
So we can't pull over random civilians and demand their papers? That's weak.
Unless it's their passport. No. Do you want to ask for the lady's passport?
I do.
You need to save face if you want her respect. Demand that passport.
Yes, I'm going to need to see your passport.
Of course.
Look at her passport.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying, Republic of Vespa. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Seigent.
Look at the photo page.
The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you. Face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads, Rejoice Leighton Messier.
Your name is Rejoice?
Yes. But please don't call me that.
Why?
Joyce is much more efficient.
Mm-hmm. Sure that's the only reason.
She doesn't like it. Probably a bad memory. Mean girls at school or some ancient lover.
So true.
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
Mm-hmm. Everything appears to be in order.
She nods and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
I have a handle on the boat thing.
Good.
And give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality?
No time to explain, just give me the lowdown.
No, but please. A little context. We're not in such a hurry.
I got so drunk I forgot literally everything.
What?
A supernatural event took place within my head on alcohol.
Such an acute encephalopathy just doesn't seem possible. Surely you're joking.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby.
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disc holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
Mm-hmm. What is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Mention a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
We near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Insulindic.
Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out.
Insulin dick. Yes, exactly. Excellent dick. I need some excellent dick in my life. Tell me more about the
Martinez. I'm not a good
Martinez.
ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
Seems like it's pretty wild regardless. What's the name of the island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her. And to humanity at large.
Tell me about another, perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality.
I would be happy to. What is a preposterously expensive education for, if not sharing?
Times of these.
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
I would like to live in unimportant times, just for once, please. I'm tired of living in important times. I'm so tired. So tired.
For the big time.
What's the big time?
The revolution.
Ah, and what is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle. Do so appreciate that word. Would you say it's a bunch of apes duking it out?
Why, of course. We're talking Duke Out Central. Full swing intraspecies warfare.
And the apes, were they evil?
No. I would say the apes were neutral.
Okay, neutral.
On the other hand,
Got shot in the head.
those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Hush, puppy, it's okay. It's okay. It's alright, little man. The communists and the anarchists shoot back.
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Truly a kerfuffle.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
So that's one way to put it, I suppose.
Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it.
Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew.
Huh.
The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Cowardly king.
I prefer the term risk-averse. King Guillaume was nobody's fool. He could smell a PR disaster brewing, so he got out alive, and his nephew Fricelle got shot in his place.
Fun. Sounds like he had a right time of it.
Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time.
Got the mineral rights.
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Okay, and by liberals you mean...
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
The liberals win it all.
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
We. She's one of them. Of course.
Everyone got shot. Who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Just said the liberals took everything.
The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
The coalition.
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She is critical.
It was the most opportunistic
ultimately
thing to do
understands
as
the
well, I
cause.
assume. They saw their chance to get their hands on some shit.
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
Always picking the option that doesn't commit to anything, then hell yes I am. And also not.
An almost endearingly moralist standpoint. It must be hard to take a moderate approach to head shooting in your line of work.
When was this kerfuffle?
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question.
Of course it is.
The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
Fun. Who started it?
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then
sisters.
came along and overthrew the government.
What does Zarath
It
do?
made people overthrow their governments.
Wow, really?
Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
Uh-huh. Where did it spread from there?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
Came next.
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Fun.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar.
Our lives are not the same.
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
What is this zone of control?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
The zone of control is the third
What the hell was that?
incarnation of Revachol,
What
after
the
the
fuck
failure
happened
of
there?
the suzerain and the commune.
Happened to the rest of the world.
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-easlary communication, telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
It's been like that for how long exactly?
43 years. Hard to fathom, I know.
What have you been doing all that time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. '08 to '19 was simply hell.
And after that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Were they, though? Were they?
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are.
Here we are, huh?
Welcome to reality, baby.
Baby. What would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
No, her first.
Would have killed more. What the fuck? Yes, dude. Who are you in all this?
And I asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
I don't know what I would have done differently.
And you would have died, most likely. Not far from here. Maybe even right here, during the beachhead, defending the coast the day the Coalition took the city.
Probably.
No, almost certainly. The Commune would have forced you. Such was the fate of the undecided.
Fun. It's enough about the times.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come.
Indeed.
Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
I want to know what you
are.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants.
Mm-hmm.
I am an ultra.
Don't understand. What's so vile about that?
Haven't you heard? I am a nether creature of the forbidden
D-Tap, stop playing Starbound.
One of those who
No, I'm
pushed the
kidding.
king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. We surrendered the nation to financial colonists. No sane person identifies as an ultra anymore. Not in broad daylight. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, are you repulsed?
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride. Forgive her. But only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
Forgive you.
I do hope so. I hope we are able to remain collegial despite my monstrousness. The Ultras didn't have anything against the king, or the Commune, you see. It was just business.
Just business.
When the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinez, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake, then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isla down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
Smart woman.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
You're a patriot?
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Seditious talk, man.
You have daughters.
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother. And a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
What is this acute encephalopathy?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms
Vitamin
include
B.
retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
I'd love to be checked out by anybody. I mean, what?
She conveys it in short, cold bursts, trying not to invest too deeply in the condition of this doomed detective.
Thanks.
In case he goes down later, souring the entire portfolio.
You got a lot riding on me. Won't let you down.
It's not just me, Detective.
Same,
All
I
of
know.
Martinez has placed its chips on your success. I pray we've all bet wisely.
What causes encephalo?
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
It's definitely the drinking.
She nods slowly.
What is this?
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Am I really that awkward?
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games.
I meant, what is this place here?
Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two.
Where's the Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
Who lived in them?
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
A little bit off the top.
Splat, splat.
From a dilapidated balcony, Cindy the Skull gives Joyce the evil eye, her red paintbrush held to her throat.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Ow. What is that?
The girl in the old lady rags.
No, I meant something basic about reality.
Ah, yes. There's something very satisfying about discussing the
Oh
fundamental...
no, I actually meant her.
The girl in the old... Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
I understand everything. Make it more complicated somehow.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. All right. What next?
Let's try it.
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about
I'd have to roll 2 6s to get this. Let's try it!
A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves
What a
sway
shock.
slowly. That's all.
That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Well, why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible.
Yes, so?
Now,
Leave
look
it
at
milkshake.
you misery-clad sinner. barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits and legs. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Wah. Wah.
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too.
Goddamn working man, I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some dough. It's this feeling, I've never felt it before.
Shame? You haven't really been in the presence of gentlefolk either, have you? What shame is there to be felt in front of these dock workers, cops, and hotel clerks, but to belittle yourself in these eyes of Odinir? Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Hush, puppy. That's all for now. I think I'm
Of course,
I'm
Detective.
tired.
Take care.
This game has been interesting. How do I save them? Oh, it auto-saves. And there we go. I'm really tired. It's 6 o'clock. I've been streaming for nearly 6.5 hours. I finished up Paradise Killer and started this silly, odd little game. So I think that's gonna be it from me today. Kopai is going, but let me see if there's anyone else I want to raid into. What's Octa up to today? Oh, Octa's playing Mother 3, oh boy. Ooh boy. That's gonna be a wild ride. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Kev, and everybody else who did. Appreciate it, as always. Let's see if there's anybody else I'm wanting to... Yeah, let's raid Octocopa. Hush, puppy. I don't know what he's barking about. He's always barking about something. Yeah, but thank you everybody for coming by. This was a lot of fun. I'm a little sleepy. I'm probably gonna take a nap. But I think he's just starting out, or I think they're just starting out on number 3, so it shouldn't be too much of a... Yeah, they're not too far into... yeah, I think they're still in chapter 1, so... Not too far into it. Oh, yeah, so it seems. Oh. Oh, well, this was a fun stream. I really appreciate everybody who stopped by and everybody who watched it all. And he is fighting a mole with a cowboy. So that is Mother 3. That is what he's doing. But thank you everybody for coming by. We'll be continuing Disco Elysium next week. You have a good night too, Kev. Bye-bye.